You know that feeling when you're the only one fighting for something that's already falling apart? Like, you're trying so hard to save it, but deep down, you know they wouldn't do the same for you. That's the trap. You gave everything and they gave the bare minimum. And somehow you're still the one blaming yourself for why it didn't work. This isn't about blaming them. This is about recognizing when you're draining your own energy for someone who wouldn't even pour you a glass of water. A relationship should feel like a team, not a rescue mission. But when you care too much, you ignore all the signs. You tell yourself it's just a phase, or maybe they're just not good at showing it. But truth is, love doesn't hide. When it's real, you feel safe. When it's one-sided, you feel tired. You probably didn't even notice it at first. You just kept trying. You thought, if I love harder, they'll finally show up. If I'm patient, they'll change. But here's the truth. Effort doesn't fix someone who's comfortable doing nothing. If you're always exhausted in love, it's probably not love. It's you carrying both hearts. So let's talk about it. The moments that felt off, the signs you missed because your heart was too loud and their actions were too quiet. If even one of these feels familiar, it's not in your head. You know what's crazy? How we keep convincing ourselves they care just because they didn't leave. But staying isn't the same as choosing you. Some people stay just to keep the benefits, not because they love you. And that's where you start breaking your own heart. They only respond when they feel like it. It's always you texting first. You send something sweet and they leave it on read for hours or days. Then when they finally reply, it's dry, distant, like they're doing you a favor just by showing up. But you excuse it. You say, maybe they're just busy. But they're not too busy to scroll. They're not too busy to post. They're just not excited about you anymore. The fix? Stop chasing people who don't check in. Someone who cares about you won't make you wonder if you're annoying. They'll reply because they want to, not because they feel guilty. If you always feel like you're begging for attention, it's not love, it's a warning. They ignore your emotional needs. You try to talk about something serious, something that hurt you, and they brush it off. Or worse, they make you feel dramatic for bringing it up. You say, hey, that thing you did made me feel invisible. And they say, you're overthinking. That moment, that's them telling you your feelings are too much for their comfort. The fix isn't to stay quiet. It's to realize that anyone who makes you shrink your emotions isn't your person. The right one will say, I didn't know that hurt you, but I want to do better. Not you're too sensitive. Don't keep handing your heart to someone who keeps stepping on it. You know what hurts the most? When you start changing yourself, just to be enough for someone who never asked for you in the first place. And the worst part? They still don't stay. You start apologizing for everything you say, sorry when you're not even wrong. You say sorry for needing reassurance, for asking to spend time together, for simply existing too loudly. Somewhere along the way, they made you believe you're too much. So now you edit yourself, make yourself smaller, and it still doesn't make them love you more. But love should never make you erase parts of yourself. The person who wants to be with you won't need you to shrink. They'll love the loud laugh, the overthinking, the way you care too much. You don't need to be less. You just need to be around someone who doesn't treat your depth like a burden. You give, and they just take. Every favor, every compliment, every plan comes from you. You planned every date, remembered every anniversary, bought the small gifts. They just showed up. No effort, no excitement, no appreciation. You even made excuses for that, saying, they're just not good at showing love. But you were always the one giving, and they were always the one receiving. Real love doesn't let one person pour while the other just drinks. Someone who wants to keep you will give back. They'll plan things for you. They'll say thank you without being reminded. They'll notice when you're tired and offer support. If all you get in return is silence or attitude, it's time to stop pouring. You know when you finally admit something feels wrong, but instead of fixing it, they make you feel guilty for even bringing it up? That's not love. That's emotional manipulation disguised as calm energy. They make you feel guilty for having standards. You say what you need. More time together, more clarity, more effort, and they twist it. Suddenly, you're the one being too demanding. You're too much, or you're always starting drama. But all you wanted was to feel safe and valued. Isn't that what love's supposed to give? If someone truly wants to be with you, your needs won't feel like chores. They'll ask, how can I support you better? Not, why are you always like this? You're allowed to want reassurance. You're allowed to want loyalty. Don't let someone convince you that basic respect is asking too much. They show up when they feel like it, not when you need them. You're sad, you call, they don't pick up, you tell them you're anxious, they leave you undelivered. But the moment they need something, suddenly you're their favorite person again. They want to vent, they want advice, they want comfort. And guess who always shows up? You. It's not your job to be someone's safe space if they won't even be your shelter during the storm. You deserve someone who's consistent, not convenient, who checks in even when it's not about them. Don't keep handing them your time, your heart, and your energy when they only return for the parts that benefit them. You know when you finally walk away and they suddenly act like they care again? But deep down, you know they're only sorry because you stopped giving, not because they ever planned to give anything back. They only realize your worth once you're gone. While you were around, they didn't try. They ignored the texts, they forgot the dates, they rolled their eyes at your feelings. But the moment you pull away, now they miss you. Now they want to talk. But it's not because they changed, it's because they lost control over someone who used to give them everything for free. Don't confuse regret with love. Missing you isn't the same as valuing you. If they couldn't show up when you needed them the most, don't give them access just because they showed up when it was convenient. You're not a second chance. You're a lesson they didn't want to learn the first time. And here's the truth. No one wants to say out loud. You can give someone your heart, your loyalty, your time, your patience, and they still won't choose you. Not because you weren't enough, but because they were never ready to give anything real. Letting go isn't weakness. It's protecting the parts of you that still believe in love. It's telling yourself, I deserve more than crumbs. I deserve someone who doesn't need to lose me to start seeing me. So if you felt even one of these signs, remember, it's not your job to fix people who are comfortable breaking you.